With an estimated population of about 17 million Nigerians in the diaspora and about $25 billion remitted annually to shore up the Nigerian economy, it is obvious that Nigeria's greatest asset is her diaspora. That is our focus this week as we tackle the issue of remittances and its impact on the Nigerian economy, especially during the COVID-19 era. This is your favorite program, The Diaspora, and I'm your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. Please stay tuned. Let's begin our conversation with Honorable Abdurrahman Tarab, Head Technology Transfer and Innovation, NIDCOM, and Dr. Badewa Adejugbe Williams of the Nigeria Diaspora Summit Initiative, NDSI, and others.
Give us a sense into what remittances really means.
Well, in its simple form, remittances are monies, usually, that are sent by members or, of course, citizens of countries living in other parts of the world, usually members of the diaspora, to their home country, but basically to solve personal needs, to family members, sometimes to provide cultural, community and social services to their loved ones or to the communities they come from.
Yeah, before we get into what remittances does,
yes.
Well, these remittances, are they official transactions or private transactions?
They are private transactions, but they have official consequences.
How do you mean?
Yes, what happens is that I'm living outside the country and I have some money and I send it back home. Now, it looks simple, but what happens is that you have created a capacity, you have generated an income in that country. Now, let's take, for instance, you are sending money from the United States to Nigeria. Without you sending that money, our economy does not record a capacity, an enablement to record that amount of money in its transactions. So what you do at the end of the day is you have developed the daily, or rather the average expenditure, expendable income of the average Nigerian, which that translates into the size of your economy. So in its simple plain terms, you just sent money to your mother, but that money came from abroad. It is not the money that used to be in Nigeria. So if there used to be, let's assume the size of Nigeria's economy used to be just $1 million, and you sent $1,000. So the size of Nigeria today has become what? $1,001,000. So you have increased the size of the expendable income.
Now, having established this background, what do you consider the major importance of remittances to an economy like that of Nigeria and its impact on national development? Taking into consideration Nigerians in the diaspora, national development.
The importance, first and foremost, it is official that it constitutes 6% of our GDP. So it means the size of our economy cannot be complete without the size of diaspora remittances into the country. So, and it forms 6% of the size of our economy. That is from the academic point of view. But from the practical and realistic point of view is that these monies, when they come in, they go to pay for services or products purchased or for development purposes. If you enable these companies or these enterprises or service providers to stay in business, It also means that you have developed the capacity within the citizens for them to be able to pay taxes. Now, that alone has a direct impact on the development of the country, because it is these tax remittances that the government uses for the development of the country. Now, in the last 2 years, our annual remittances was reading about $25 billion. That also enables the countries, or develops the country's capacity to have adequate balance of payment. It means that it is shoring off our capacity in the international monetary market, such that we can have any other country can transact with Nigeria up to that amount, which means it is an inflow, which means it's as good as saying you produce something in the country worth $25 billion. Because without those, it means your company will, your balance of payment will be less by $25 billion. And that has a potential for affecting the value of your currency. So whatever the value of Naira that you see that is there today would have been worse without the inflow of these remittances into the country by some certain percentage again.
Can you tell us what you understand by diaspora remittances?
Remittances, as the word implies, is just payments being made, for different purposes for someone. So remittances in the context of Nigeria is that, people in the diaspora were sending money home to their family members, predominantly for business opportunities, partners, just sending money to Nigeria to enhance people's livelihoods, social welfare.
Can you tell us how helpful these remittances, though not in cash now per se, mostly in donations and what have you, how helpful it was for us then? Before the COVID pandemic, Nigeria had really pretty much been sustaining itself on diaspora remittances, either we like it or not, because the volume of money that comes in from the diaspora is beyond the country's budget on an annual basis. So you can see already that the remittances had impact before COVID. Now, COVID happened. Globally, it had effect on everyone all over the world. A lot of people lost their jobs all over the world, their livelihoods and things like that. However, with emotional connection, we have to really give a lot of credit to Nigerians in the diaspora. With the emotional connection to the situation, to their family members and the situation in Nigeria, they all came together. Organizations were gathering themselves together, mobilizing and raising money to send to Nigeria to assist, and beyond their family members to assist different projects that are going on in Nigeria. Hospitals especially, they were sending out masks, sanitizers, the equipment that they need, to put on, the uniforms, the PPE, and all things like that. That cannot be measured in monetary value, and some were just being donated randomly, and some were donated formally. So the impact, of course, has been tremendous. If not for Nigerians in the diaspora assisting Nigeria and Nigerians during COVID, we would be in really bad recession right now.
The remittances from the diaspora are very important to Nigeria for many reasons. Number one, it provides the much needed foreign exchange collateral that helps to stabilize the currency. Secondly, it helps to empower individuals. So if you send money to a family member or friend to help them to start the entrepreneurial journey, which will help to stimulate the economy in a special way, that is empowering them and also advancing the economy. And thirdly, it helps to keep families connected. So if I'm here and there's a birthday or a wedding or a funeral or some family festivity or activity that I'm unable to attend, the fact that I can contribute financially, it helps me to stay connected with my family and to participate in all these events that are happening. Now, the thing is, when you're here in the diaspora, sometimes the fact that there are people looking up to you in your country that you have to support or assist motivates you. It makes you want to do better because you can only give what you have, right? So it makes you want to do whatever it takes to succeed because the people looking up to you. And I do know that sometimes when people from the diaspora travel back, it's a lifetime event because you have to, make sure that you've saved up enough money, to buy, things for family members and to support people when you go back. So it is important for the government to recognize the pivotal role that the diaspora plays in supporting, the economy. Over 6% of the GDP is not a small thing. So if the government can continue to keep the diaspora engaged, it is wonderful. And I do know that there are many, Nigerians in the diaspora who have business interests in the country. Like I do have a registered company in Nigeria, and I have done a few things, there. And I know many people who do the same. So, an opportunity to be able to remit money constantly to our employees or people that are working for us back home is really great. Now, if the diaspora is such a pivotal and important aspect of contributing to the GDP, I think the government should do more to engage the diaspora. And I think more things should be put in place to encourage people to do business and for, commerce, to support family members to stand on their feet. And I must say that if this continues, the diaspora will kind of continue to, be an important aspect of economic advancement for the country.
Diaspora remittance simple means money sent by individuals in a foreign land to their home country. And as we know, because of the cumulative huge volumes involved annually via these funds, it now helps impact on the economic development of the country. So we're here to talk about its importance. We can't overemphasize that. Bearing in mind that these funds, as they are being sent for different purposes, for different reasons, for different motives, for different goals and agendas, things that are being meant to be done. So as these funds are going and are being sent, they are being sent to different sectors of the economy. So for instance, I'll just give an example. Sometimes people might just send money to family members to help for tuition fee, to pay for tuition fee. Some might be sent for medical purposes. Some might be sent, to start up agricultural business. Some might be sent for real estate. Some funds are being sent for different purposes, and this eventually affects those sectors that are being involved. So we can't overemphasize the importance of diaspora remittance.
Ha! Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down.
Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging, Listen, Alinko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin.
I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
Many thanks for your interventions. Still on remittances, it is believed that Africans, indeed Nigerians, have strong emotional attachments to their country of origin. That is why wherever they may be, they never forget home.
Yes, Nigeria, a great nation, has about 200 million people. That's a big population, and 15 million of them are outside of Nigeria. alias Diaspora, you know. But one thing about Nigerians, they are compared with China, India, Indonesia, Africans in general. We are what we call ethnic people. Ethnic people leave their home country to another country, but that country never really leave them. In their mind, they still see themselves as citizens of the country they come from. Some of them wish that when they die to be buried in their country. That is to tell you the love they have for their country. So Nigerians are not different. That is why when you talk about remittances, you see high remittances, both Indians, people from Filipino, they spot actually like nurses here, they come and work and go back. That is how it works. Nigerians, as again, are not different. Nigerians that work, for instance, here in New Jersey where I live, always talk of home. Some people go to work just to make enough money to travel to Nigeria. Going back to Nigeria is like an achievement. So you can see what it is. Now, the same way they sleep and dream about Nigeria is the same thing they do when they make money. The first place they want to send that money is Nigeria. You will see somebody who is living in a 2-bedroom flat right here in New Jersey. But if you go to his village, you see a mansion. That is to tell you the love Nigerians have for where they come from. In 2017, 18, and that, Nigerians have remitted on average of about $25 billion to Nigeria. This is 6.1% of Nigeria's GDP, gross domestic product, 6.1%. There is no other sector in the present Nigeria that yields such. So diasporans, even though we are humans, we are also products that are exported overseas to make money and bring down to Nigeria. Now, the central bank has made it even a lot better. That when we send our money home, you send dollar or you send pounds, the recipient in Nigeria have the option of receiving that money in the foreign currency or in Naira. That is a good thing, because when you receive that money in foreign currency, it helps to generate foreign exchange. Even if you go to sell it to the Aboki in Sheraton or whatever, for what they call the parallel market, even if you go to exchange it there, you are making a supply of foreign currency. And you know it in economics that the higher the supply, the lower the price. That is the thing. We are helping actually to stabilize even the foreign exchange in Nigeria. So all these what I call contributions the diasporans are making in Nigeria is highly commendable. We will call on the government to do whatever it takes to involve us more in what is happening in Nigeria. What am I talking about? We would like them to give us the right to vote, because if they give us the right to vote, believe you me, the 25 million you're talking about may double to 50 million, because people will now see the need to be part of their country. You recognize them as members of the citizens of Nigeria. That will help you. So I'm advising the Nigerian government to do whatever they have to do to make these people feel that they belong. The diasporans have so much. There are not only the money they remit to Nigeria. There are other ways. Even Nigerian government and industries in Nigeria can devise a means of using the talents of Nigerians in diaspora.
Why is it important to the economic development of Nigeria? Well, it's funds, it's money. So for any development to take place, it requires an investment of funds, of money. So I read that article a few months back that in 2020, over $12 billion of remittances were flowed into the country. So look at it that way. You talk about an investment of $1 billion every month. So that's $1 billion being invested into the Nigerian economy, whether it's to, for opening up new businesses or expanding businesses, building houses, which has a ripple effect of providing jobs to the laborers, the sellers of the building materials. So it's a huge part of the Nigerian economy. We're talking about $12 billion every year, minimum, going into the economy. So that's very, very important for the Nigerian economy.
We had read from the central bank statistics that diaspora remittances add up to $31 billion sometimes, and $39 billion some other time per annum. So that shows that a good chunk of Nigeria's foreign exchange earning comes from diaspora remittances. The point is, why is it that in Nigeria, diasporans are only remembered when their monies or their cash or whatever financial contribution is to be discussed, is to be made use of? And when it comes to policy making, when it comes to governance, those in diaspora are forgotten. I mean, if you have a group of people that produce or give such an amount of money, inject such an amount of money into the economy, I believe that the government of the day, whenever it is, should be able to always consult, be in tandem with these diasporans. Now, for example, we have been asking that those in diaspora should be able to vote. Many developed countries and even non-developed countries, even Sudan, Cameroon, their citizens abroad vote. So we ask, why is it that diasporans cannot be recognized as full citizens and vote from wherever they are? Why is it only the money that we send home that is being remembered by central bank? Food for thought.
The remittance that come from the diaspora into Nigeria enhances the economy, right? So that has reduced in the past few months because of the COVID-19 impact on the globe, right? So that is a shared impact that even affects Canada and the world all over. But that's not to say that the remittance that comes from the diaspora doesn't fuel the economy. And that if we begin to look at that, it's not capital investment, because when that income comes into the country, it is not expected to leave. If I have an investment, those revenues that are generated are focused or are intended to leave, the economy, because I'm investing to take out my profit. But no, this money is coming and they're set to go from hand to hand in terms of buying, selling, and whatever transactions that need to happen for folks to maintain their livelihood.
Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so, as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Twitter at @NIDCOM_Gov, on our Instagram page at @NIDCOM_Gov, on our YouTube page at @NIDCOM_Gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network on Friday at 10:30 a.m., on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m., on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m., and on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAC TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m., and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. And you can also join us on Ben TV London at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.